Hello everyone, Tangrowthfy here for more Pokemon Rumble. And in this part, I'll be taking on the Battle Royale for the B grade. I start out switching to Jinx because, I don't know, I think she'd be helpful. That Ice Attack hits a lot of enemies. But we'll see how that works out. And here's the introduction. Now, as you may or may not have noticed, the video is sped up a lot right here. And that is honestly because this first time I did not win. Jinx was definitely not the best choice. As you can see, she's almost dead already. And so I decided to include the failure so you can watch. I know it spoils the bosses. The Jinx is already down. But I don't know, I just thought I'd show everything, so this is me losing. After though, you'll get to see the success. But the first boss is Golem, who I switched to Arcanine as my second Pokemon, and Arcanine's obviously not very good against him. Second Pokemon is Alakazam, which Arcanine can do some pretty good damage to with Bite. But I'm getting pretty surrounded here, which is not very good. You don't want to get yourself in the middle of the action unless you're like separating one of the bosses, but you want to try to stay out and get some of the smaller Pokemon beat beforehand and before you go and attack the bosses. So Arcanine goes down to my third choice is Ghastly, which also wasn't a very good choice, because even though Ghastly is one of my stronger Pokemon and he has good attacks, he has very, very little health. As you can see, Machamp brought him down in one hit. So now we're sent back to the terminal. A little discouraged, but I decide to go and switch the moves on Arcanine quick. Well, I wouldn't switch Bite, but I want to switch something for Will-O-Wisp since it doesn't really seem to be helping. I get Strength on the first try, but I try again because I want something a little more powerful than that. I get Will-O-Wisp again, which is definitely not what I wanted. Or maybe I keep Strength. And now I switch to Coughing, which well, probably wasn't the best idea. I saw he was powerful, so I wanted to see if I could get a good move for him. But that didn't happen, so he's pretty much a useless Pokemon. I switch back to Arcanine, and I guess I do keep Strength. Maybe I switch it later. But I decided to start out with Arcanine this time in the Battle Royale because he's definitely the strongest Pokemon that I have. Well, not the strongest, but he's the best that I have. So here's the same introduction, and if you haven't noticed, the bosses are the first generation Pokemon that evolved through trading: Machamp, Gengar, Alakazam, and Golem. So yeah, I think it might be a little lag right there, that's why it's going so slow, but Arcanine's doing pretty well, and I'm using better strategy this time, staying around the edges as opposed to the middle. Here I kind of get close to the middle, but Arcanine can do a lot of damage to these Pokemon as compared to Jinx, who wasn't doing very much at all. So Arcanine is mopping up a lot of these guys pretty easily, which is helpful. And we're already to the first boss, which again is the Megaton Pokemon Golem. He looks kind of cool. Looks a lot like Golem, which I guess is a good thing. Spawns right next to me, so I try to get away from him because, like I said before, Arcanine can't do too much damage to Golem. I mean, his Strength can do more now that I have that, but the whole Fire type is not very good against Rock. But now Alakazam pops up, the Psy Pokemon. And I know Arcanine can do a lot of damage to Alakazam with Bite. So I hit Golem with a few more strengths, and I go to mop up around the edges again. And here I hit Alakazam, and so I push Alakazam away, and I easily destroy him with a few flinches there too. And now Gengar pops up, the Shadow Pokemon. Also, I know Arcanine can do a pretty good amount of damage to Gengar. A little lag right there. I knocked down Golem with Bite, which was pretty lucky. Lagging a little bit right here. Like I said, I think in the last part, this should be the last. I don't know what I said. Maybe I said that one should have been the last video, but this one should be the last video with the lag. But anyway, Machamp comes in, the superpower Pokemon. And Machamp is very, very, very powerful in this Battle Royale. He's one that you really have to watch out for. Because you can kind of see his attack is those like crazy hands going towards the execute there. I believe it's not close combat, but it's something similar to that. And he really does a lot of damage. So Arcanine goes down there, but Arcanine has pretty much taken out all of Machamp's health, so I'm not too worried. So I do switch back to the Ghastly because I really don't need to do much, so I just take down this last Farfetch'd, and that is the end to the B-grade Battle Royale. I win, and a huge coin is going to drop again, this time with 1,500, I don't know what you call them, points, dollars, coins, whatever. There were 58 Pokemon in that Battle Royale, and now the little jump pad will pop up for the A grade. My Wonder Key has been upgraded to allow Pokemon up to, I believe, 400? Not positive. So now Jinx has moved up to level 256 instead of 199 because of the Wonder Key. Yeah, this part right here lagged a little bit. Now we're going to get the same message we got when we entered the B grade. I'm one step closer to becoming the champion. It looks like a Mewtwo in the background there. And now we have entered the A grade. In the next part I will start off with the first dungeon of the A grade. It costs 4,000 for a Pokemon, and yeah, that's about it for this part. I'll see you next time.